Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Aquarian Rose from Strange Invisible Perfumes. If you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. As always guys, I like to let you guys know disclaimers. I purchased this bottle. This was not sent to me to review whatsoever. Strange Invisible is a 100% botanical fragrance line. They are considered a niche and luxury line. Their fragrances are on the pricier side, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to review this for you guys. Some of you guys have been interested in this line, specifically when I showed you guys that I picked up this bottle, and there's not that many reviews on it, and there's not that many people talking about this house or this brand, at least within the fragrance community on YouTube, and I thought, why not share this fragrance with you guys and let you guys know why I was interested in this house, why I was interested in this fragrance, and if it's worth picking up. But again, I'm going to stress, I paid for this bottle. Now, these are expensive, so let's just talk about the price of this one right here. For 50 ml, this is $385. So I am going to be reviewing this along the same lines as other niche, expensive luxury brands. Think Xerjoff and also think Raja, Clive Christian, Amouage, places that have the same price point as this. So it is very expensive, but is it worth the money? Is the fragrance a good quality? Is it interesting? Is it unique? Is it something special going on with this fragrance? And I really kind of wanted to hit home as to why I was really interested in this fragrance and why I think this is at least worth checking out if you have the opportunity to go into a boutique or sample. Before I get into the review, I just kind of want to read you about the company. I'm going to link their website again. This is just me sharing information with you guys. I am in no way working with them in any capacity for this video. I just wanted to talk about another fragrance house with you guys, and so because this is 100% organic botanical fragrance line, I wanted to kind of share with you guys a little bit about the company. So on their website it reads, our botanical fragrances blend certified organic, wild-crafted, biodynamic, and hydro-distilled essences with genuine inspiration and compelling narratives. Each entirely natural perfume is designed, decanted, and bottled within our own natural fragrance house based in Venice, California. A master distiller heads our laboratory, customizing essences both locally and all over the world. So this is based in California. You guys know me reading aloud is not very good, so please excuse me. So the notes in this are hydro-distilled rose, orange, marjoram, and sandalwood. This is Aquarian Rose. This is the one I was really interested in, and I'm going to tell you why. I love really distinct, interesting rose scents. I like it when they're a little bit conceptual, artistic. There's something about them that's different than your run-of-the-mill rose scent. Now, I also love your run-of-the-mill rose scent, so I'm not sitting here bashing traditional rose fragrances. I love them, and I wear them, and I bathe in them. They're fantastic. When I started really getting into rose scents and I started really like experiencing and exploring and discovering new and unique ways to experience rose, one of the ways I loved it was a very kind of watery, aquatic rose. Think L'Ambre dans l'eau from Diptyque. The ambergris in that is just, it's almost otherworldly, and it pairs beautifully with the rose. This fragrance definitely has that same feel to it. It's a very marine rose. This kind of reminds me if a mermaid had a garden under the sea and it was filled with seaweed and kelp and just these beautiful watery roses that were just very pungent and strong. That's what this fragrance smells like. This is a little bit salty, it's aromatic, it's a little tiny bit medicinal, just a little bit in the background. The rose is strong and sharp and green, and it just pairs beautifully, and I mean beautifully, with the sandalwood. I think the sandalwood really kind of sets this rose apart. Overall, this is a beautiful scent. It's an otherworldly, ethereal rose. It's heavy, it's sharp, it's suffocating, but in a positive way, and I mean in a very positive way. Sometimes if you think of heavy scents and you think of suffocating and heavy, you're just kind of like, ugh, I don't like that. But there's something about this watery rose, because it's kind of a little bit aquatic, that heaviness and that suffocatingness is a positive. It's still perfect, and I mean absolutely perfect in spring weather, in hot daytime weather, but there's something magical about that heaviness, magical about the texture that this fragrance has, and I think it's a really interesting fragrance because it's not like any other rose scent I've smelled. Again, it is very similar to L'Ambre d'Anzalou in regards to its composition, but in and of itself, it's a completely different fragrance that I haven't smelled before in regards to rose scents. Now, this isn't going to be for everybody. This is definitely, to me, on the cusp, on the line, right in the middle between wearable and conceptual. This is a scent I could see finding in the wild and really enjoying. This is definitely signature scent. You could wear this every day, or you could wear this for special occasions. I really think it's quite versatile. But the thing is that kind of little bit of aromatic, kind of like marine edge that it has might not make it appropriate for every day or for everybody, but I think that that's what sets this apart and makes it really beautiful and unique. If I think of what in my mind a botanical perfume would smell like, this is kind of what I think it would smell like. It does kind of have that like botanical, medicinal, herbal quality to it that you can really get in the core of this scent without really compromising the beautiful rose and the beautiful sandalwood and the aromatic qualities that this has. I think this is an exceptional fragrance. I really do. I love it. And this is on the conceptual side for me, on the more artistic side of fragrances that I really enjoy. Which is why if you like rose fragrances, if you like experiencing new and different and unique rose fragrances, and you like the composition of some diptyque fragrances or some Penhaligon's fragrances or fragrances like that, I think that this might be an interesting one to check out. It's a beautiful mix of old world fragrances and contemporary as well. There's really a lot going for this, and I really think it's quite spectacular. In regards to longevity, it has fantastic longevity on my skin. I get about 6 to 8 hours. And as far as projection, it's about arm's length for the first 2 to 3 hours. And then it's a little bit closer, not quite to your elbows, for the remainder of it. I don't get olfactive fatigue from this, which is really nice because I do really tend to enjoy this. This fragrance is also linear. It doesn't really develop or change on my skin. It opens up very strong in the opening. As soon as it dries down, it's a little bit more mellow, but it's still very heavy. But it just stays smelling the same. It just gets lighter and lighter and lighter the longer that you wear this fragrance. Overall, do I think this is worth the price point? Other scents on their line are $265 for 50 mils. Other ones are $385. This is $385. I know that distilling rose and doing natural fragrances and organic fragrances, and specifically when you're working in small quantities and small batches, it can be very expensive. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that this fragrance isn't worth the price, because I think that when we're talking about this fragrance, you're also talking about how it's made and the quantities that it is made. And so I can understand and appreciate the larger price point on this fragrance. Smell-wise though, I do think that this is unique and special enough to command a higher price point, and it does perform and project pretty well. So I'm not going to sit here and say that this might be worth it for everybody to spend this amount of money on a fragrance, but I do think that this is unique and special enough that if you're one of those people that like to collect unique and beautiful scents, this might be worth checking out. I definitely do not have any problems with recommending this scent to you guys. I really think it's beautiful. But as you guys know, I like to also remind you that I bought this fragrance. I've had my eye on this fragrance for a little bit. So they didn't reach out to me for this. In fact, one of the reasons why I haven't really talked about this too much is because they haven't reached out to me. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but whenever I feel like I'm praising a very expensive fragrance, I get kind of wary with you guys because I don't want to sit here and constantly praise these really expensive luxury lines, because I don't want you guys to think, well, here she is talking about, she talks about House of Matriarch, she talks about Raja, she talks about Xerjoff, talking about Clive Christian, now she's talking about another expensive one. I think that there's beautiful fragrances in a variety of different price points, and I think that this is a beautiful fragrance in the more expensive price point line. So that's kind of like why I didn't want to talk about it too much, because I feel like if I talk about too many expensive scents, it just sounds like I'm being bougie, and I'm not trying to be. I'm really not. I'm just trying to cover all my bases. But this scent is a beautiful scent for spring, which is another reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about it now in the springtime. If you guys are looking for a unique signature scent, not many people talk about this house. I have not experienced any other scent from this house, so I can't sit here and tell you that I like the entire line or I like the entire house. I can tell you though that I really love Aquarian Rose. It's really beautiful. It checks all the marks for a unique and beautiful rose scent that I love, and I definitely am happy to have it in my collection and to wear it. If you guys have any experience with this house, good or bad, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, if you like fragrance reviews, if you guys like me talking about fragrances like this, thumbs up. Let's me continue doing videos like this. Please forgive my blue hands. Put my hair up and my hands are blue. If you guys don't like me talking about expensive fragrances or things like this, there's a downvote button. Whenever you guys give me thumbs up or thumbs down, I definitely take that into consideration when it comes to my reviews. So don't be afraid to thumbs it down. If this is the type of video and content you do not like seeing on my channel, it's totally fine. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, guys, I hope you are happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I will see you next time. Bye.